What is up, future millionaires? It is your boy Mike the Investor, and we got a jam-packed video for you guys today. We're going to be talking about some common Voyager app problems and also a few other things as well. So let's go ahead and break it down and see what exactly we're going to cover in this video. We're going to dive into a few common problems that customers have dealt with using the Voyager app. Secondly, we're going to look at a couple articles that I believe is extremely positive for the Voyager community. Thirdly, I'm going to share with you what my personal price prediction is for the VGX token. And after that, we're going to do a brief look at the VGX price chart just so we can kind of see how those price targets can be met. And after that, we're going to look at some VGX token passive income possibilities while holding 500 tokens all the way up to 5,000 tokens while earning 7% interest on your investment. So before diving into it, definitely consider grabbing some free Bitcoin by using the links down below, and let's get ready to dive right into it. All right, crypto investors, welcome back to the channel. Now, if you are curious on where to purchase the VGX token, of course, you can purchase this on the Voyager app, and this is how you will actually earn the interest on your VGX tokens and the other benefits that will come with the Voyager loyalty program. Now, if you don't live, inside the United States, or you live in New York and you're not able to use the Voyager app yet, you can purchase this, on Binance. The ticker symbol used to be VQX. You can now purchase this under the normal ticker symbol on VGX. So definitely consider checking that out because the token swap is about to go live, which we are going to touch on in this video. So let's look at a few common problems on the Voyager app that consumers have been experiencing. So one of the first problems is having a long wait list when they sign up. Now, I've heard a lot of people that have waited, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, and a little bit longer than that. Now, one of the other common problems that we've been having is long wait times on the response to tickets when you put in a ticket to Voyager based off if you are on manual review. So there has been, a lot of talk that the tickets takes a long time to get a response on. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you as well. One of the other problems is long withdrawal times, where I haven't personally experienced this and I have withdrawn from the app multiple times, but I haven't experienced this personally. But I do know other people have actually experienced long withdrawal times. All right. And then one of the other things is long wait times for the average cost to update, when you buy more of a current asset that you hold. It takes a little bit long, for Voyager to actually update your average cost. So those are the four main things that I've been told and that people have reached out to me on as far as the problems that they've been having with the Voyager app. Now, personally, I use Chase Bank and I haven't had any issues, with Voyager withdrawing or depositing money inside of that. So I will say definitely, keep that in mind. Secondly, when you're withdrawing like cryptocurrency, make sure as soon as you withdraw it, have the email that you have set up, already have that pulled up, because Voyager is going to send you that two-factor authentication to your email to confirm that withdrawal. And let's just say you do a withdrawal and it takes you maybe an hour to get to that email to confirm it. It's going to take some time for that withdrawal to come out because the team really want to make sure there's no fraud or scams going on. And I know it sucks right now, and I truly feel for everyone that has experienced certain issues like this. One of the issues I personally have experienced is long average cost updates, and that is kind of frustrating at times. Also, having people I know that haven't been able to get on the platform yet either, and I also know people that have been able to get on the platform the same day. So, I think it kind of really just depends, on everyone's situation, because definitely everyone's situation is different, when signing up for the app. Everyone personal situation is completely different, who they bank with, how they sign up. But one thing to keep in mind, when Binance and Coinbase first came out, they did not have everything together. Now, I'm not saying they had the same problems, as Voyager may have had, but every growing company is going to have growing pains. Think about the times where Coinbase constantly shuts down when Bitcoin would hit a new high. These are big problems here where investors lost money or could have made a lot more money. You know, think about problems that Binance had when they first were launching. You know, so just keep in mind when you have a company that is growing at a super fast pace, faster than truly they can keep up, it is a good thing, but it does cause a lot of growing pains. Now, I understand some of those growing pains may be unbearable for some investors, but me, I'm still standing behind the Voyager app. I'm still going to use the Voyager app, and I truly believe things are only going to get better as time go on. So that is kind of my spiel, you know, on the common problems, but I truly wish everyone's situation gets better that is dealing with a problem with Voyager, and I truly feel for every single investor out there. And so now let's jump into the next segment where I'm going to share with you a couple news articles that breaks down a lot of positive news for the company Voyager and VGX token holders like myself. So let's check this out. So this article is going to break down some key metrics that is showing us how Voyager is still growing at a rapid pace. So you can see Voyager Digital provides business update in March 2021 metrics. This was put out April 6th. So you can see they announced that they have assets under management of $2.4 billion in US at the end of March. And they also announced that they have over 1 million verified users. Key metrics grew in excess of 35% from February to March. So despite all the negative news that you're hearing about Voyager, this company is still growing. It's still moving up the ladder, okay? So you can see here the company has the following key metrics as of March 31st, 2021. Assets under management, 2.4 million. Total funded accounts at the end of March, 270,000, and then over 1 million verified users. And that's not all. We're going to look down here. You can see here, starting at January 2021, net deposits, 170 million, 400 million in February, and now March, 650 million. Look how the new funded accounts have grew just from January. 65,000, 70,000. 95,000. We look at new verified users, 250,000, 190,000, 395,000. And then we look at the principal value traded, 840 million in January, 1.6 billion in February, and then 2.5 billion in March. So I want you guys to understand, this company is growing. This company is doing things right. Despite the hiccups that this company is having, I am extremely bullish on the team, the company, and the Voyager token. Also, keep in mind, not even 5% of the total money supply is in crypto yet. Voyager is a utility token, meaning as more adoption comes into the crypto space, the Voyager token is going to grab some of that market share, which is going to increase the price of Voyager. So now let's kind of look at the recent news that Voyager just put out a couple days ago regarding what's coming out next month. So looking at the Voyager token May update, they released this April 27th. You can see here Voyager token 7% interest. Starting May 1st, interest on the Voyager token will be increased from 5% to 7% APR to reflect the upcoming staking soon to be available on VGX once the token swap commences. If you hold the minimum average balance of 500 Voyager VGX tokens in the Voyager app, you will automatically receive 7% APR interest at the end of each month. All right, let's move down to the lower minimums for 1% interest booster. We officially lowered the requirement to earn an additional 1% APR boost on the USDC coin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum from holding 10,000 VGX to 2,500 VGX tokens. With this 75% decrease, more VGX token holders will now be eligible to qualify for the additional 1% boost. Once the Voyager loyalty program is live, the interest booster will be directly linked to your loyalty tier, which is determined by the number of VGX tokens you hold in the Voyager app. And then the last thing we're talking about here is the LGOX and VGX token swap. The audit of the new smart contract is now complete. The swap ratio between LGO and VGX for the token swap is now finalized. For every 6.53 LGO tokens you swap, you will receive 1 VGX token. Our plans are finalized. We will announce the official date and start time as well as more information and instructions on how to participate. Our team is also building out comprehensive in-app features for the loyalty program so that once the swap commences, we can introduce its features, benefits, and rewards to our loyal community. Stay tuned as we continue to provide additional updates. So this is what they have just announced, letting us know things are really about to start taking a step up. When they first started this, upgrading the system for our security and getting ready for the Voyager loyalty program, they said this was about a 120-day process, and now I believe we are close to about 80 days in this process, and it looks like that things are going to happen before that 120 days. So we got some good things to be expecting from the Voyager company and the token as well. So I'm definitely excited to be on the ride of this, and I'm still trying to grow my bag as well. So now let's kind of look at what my personal price prediction is for the Voyager token. Okay, so by the end of the year, I see the Voyager token hitting $30 still, which I announced in the first video I ever put out on the Voyager token. Now on the complete low end, I still see it hitting at least $15 by the end of the year. Now by next year, I definitely see the Voyager token hitting anywhere from $60 to $80. Now some of you may be wondering, well Mike, how are you getting these price predictions? Well, if you go and look at some of the older VGX videos I put out where Pat Ackerman, who talks about the Metcalfe's law based off of the tokenomics, based off of how many funded accounts and how much is in those funded accounts, brings in so much value per token, gives us a certain value amount where the token will be. But just based off of what I see as far as more adoption coming in, we have all these people that are still waiting to get on the Voyager app. The price is still undervalued based off of the Metcalfe law. So I see the price hitting $30 by the end of the year still. On the low end, $15. And then by the end of 2022, I see the Voyager token hitting anywhere from $60 to $80. Now, some people may say, Mike, that is extremely too low. And there are going to be people that say, Mike, these prices are way too high. Once again, this is not financial advice. This is just what I see with the Voyager token. Keep in mind, when I say this is not financial advice, I truly mean this is not financial advice. Don't listen to what I say or any other YouTuber out here. I'm just sharing my price prediction because I know you all like to hear these things. But now let's kind of look at what the price chart is on the VGX token and kind of see what the market cap will be at these price targets. So looking at CoinGecko.com, the entire cryptocurrency market cap is right around 2.1 trillion. We are currently down 1.8% on the day. The 24-hour volume is 215 billion, and you can see Bitcoin dominance is still dropping a little bit at 46.6%. Now looking at the Voyager token, it is currently at $4.02. We are currently down at 6.5%. Looking at the market cap, around 873 million. And then if we look at the current rank, we are at 108 on the board here. And so let's move down currently to the graph. The Voyager token definitely have seen quite a bit of consolidation. So if we go to the 90-day chart, we can see things for the most part are pretty flat after February. You can see we do jump up here to $7, and then we jump all the way down to around that $5, and then we shoot up again, we jump down, shoot up, and we jump down. So you can see for the most part it's been pretty flat, and then we took a little bit more of a dip because of that crash flash that we saw in the market. Okay, and so if we move back up here, I just want to kind of go over the market cap briefly. So we can see the market cap is still fairly small, definitely for this utility token, and so it did hit $1 billion. Okay, so let's figure out what the market cap would be at a couple different price targets for Voyager. So we know the price for the market cap is currently 873 million. We're going to pull up the calculator, and the way you find this out is what you want to do is you take the circulating supply and you times it times the current price, and that's going to give you the approximate market cap. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. And then I'm going to times this times the price of the VGX token. And you can see it's like, 20 million over the current market cap, but that's going to give you the approximate of what the market cap is. So for Voyager to be at $15 at the current circulating supply, let's see where the market cap will be. All right, so what we're going to do is type in the circulating supply again, and we times that times 15. So that's going to give the market cap a 3.3 billion market cap. That is still extremely small for Voyager. Look at some of the other cryptos that are in the top 10 right now. 3.3 billion approximately will give Voyager a $15 price target. So if we times that times 2, that's going to give us 6.6 market cap, which will put us at a $30 price target approximately. So let's check this out. Let's clear this out. We're going to do the circulating supply. And we're going to times it times a $30 VGX token. And as you can see, that is about 6.6 billion. All right. And so for a $60 price target, let's see where we are. Circulating supply again. And I hope you guys are catching on how to do this. It is very easy. Times this times a $60 VGX token. And you can see that is 13.3 billion, which is definitely doable. This is kind of why I see the price going that high, because we have so much money and so much adoption that has yet to actually hit the crypto space in the short term and in the long term. So now that we kind of know how we can kind of get to those prices based off of market cap, now let's kind of look at what are some passive income possibilities by holding 500 VGX tokens up to 5,000 VGX tokens on a 7% interest, because that's what the VLP program will be paying for the first year. So let's go ahead and check this out. Okay, so if you're holding 500 tokens and the price hits $30, you're sitting on about $15,000 in value, and that's going to come out to, $1,050 a year, or about $87.50 every single month. Now, if you're holding 1,000 VGX tokens at a $30 price target, that turns that into $30,000 in value, or yearly, that's going to be $2,100 a year, or about $175 a month. Now, if we look at the $60 price target, that's $60K in value, or $4,200 a year, or that's going to give you about $350 a month. Now, if you're holding 2,000 VGX tokens, that puts your $30 price target at about $60K in value, or about $4,200 a year, or about $350 a month. Now, if we look at the $60 price target, that's $120,000 in value, or $8,400 a year, or that's about $700 a month that will pay you. Now, if we're looking at 3,000 VGX tokens, now that turns that $30 price target into about $90,000 in value, or that will pay you about $6,300 a year, or $525 a month. Looking down at the $60 price target, that is $180,000 in value, or that's going to pay you about $12,600 a year, or you're making about $1,050 every single month in passive income. Now let's look at the 4,000 and 5,000 target and just see where you would be. So at 4,000 tokens, that $30 price target is now $120,000 in value, or that's $8,400 a year, or you're going to be making $700 every single month. On the $60, that's $240,000 in value, or $19,600 a year, or $1,633. That is massive. And for those of you that hold 5,000 VGX tokens, I truly believe that 5,000 is enough to be life-changing. You can see on $30 price target, that is $150,000 in value, or $10,500 a year, or that's going to pay you about $875 a month. Now on a $60 price target, that is $300,000 in value, or a year, $21,000 a year, or you're looking at $1,750. Now let's just say on an $80 price target, you're looking at $400,000 on just 5,000 VGX tokens, which will pay you $28,000 a year. That comes out to about $2,300 $333 every single month. That is massive, guys, and that is the power of passive income. You don't even have to sell your VGX tokens. All you got to do is hold them, and you're gonna get paid money while you sleep. That is the beauty of it. So hopefully you guys really enjoyed this video. I know this was a jammed packed video, but I wanted to try to cover a lot of things since I haven't put a VGX video out in a while. And then also let's just kind of do a quick recap on what actually gives the VGX token value. One of the first things that gives this token value is what we kind of just talked about, is the passive income ability that the VGX token offers just for holding it. Secondly is the limited max supply, meaning there's only going to be so many VGX tokens ever created, making it even more valuable and making more investors want to hold their VGX tokens, which ties into the passive income ability for holding the token. You see how that works? And then the third thing we have is funded accounts. Because this is a utility token, the more funded accounts that comes onto the Voyager platform, the more increase that Voyager token price will go. And the reason being because this is a utility platform. So the more money that comes in, the more people that are using and holding that Voyager token is only going to increase the price of the Voyager token. The fourth thing is we have the VLP benefits, which is the Voyager loyalty program. There are a ton of benefits that are actually in this program. So within itself, just the number 4 option here within itself gives it so much value. All right. And the last thing is country expansion. And the reason why this is important, if you don't know, is because what this does is now allow more people to use the Voyager platform, which in retrospect creates more adoption for the Voyager platform, which then increases the Voyager token. So you can see how all of these things actually tie in together and actually creates value for this entire ecosystem. So hopefully you guys really enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. It definitely took me a little bit longer making this video compared to the other ones because I wanted to touch on everything and make sure I structured it properly for you. But before getting out of here, if you guys haven't connected with me yet on my social platforms on Twitter or Instagram at Mike the Investor, definitely consider connecting with me. Also, if you haven't checked out the Patreon yet, definitely consider checking out the Patreon. Link is in the description. And then I will be putting out a video to you all explaining how I became a full-time content creator and left corporate America. So definitely stay tuned to that. I will be putting it out. I just want to figure out exactly how I want to structure it for you guys. So once again, I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the support. Future millionaires, we will go to the top. And once again, like I always say, remember to stay inspired, stay motivated, always invest in yourself, and I'm out.